news, Robert Logan is returning to court to appeal his case. Proof that you can never keep a Logan down. Turning on the Eden Falls Christmas lights with special guests Maya Hirsch and Delilah Logan.
I will, as we delve back into the past, who knows, in Chapter 3, The First Ghost. As the Christmas lights of Eden Falls were turned on throughout town, and its citizens gathered in the town square, a Greyhound bus arrived into the outskirts. An old student on board, and a very familiar face, Eli Sparrow. Returning home for the holidays after your last few months in college, and finding your mother seeing off Eden Falls Electrical, there to conduct an impromptu check on the property's breaker units, the two of you headed off to meet your father and sister, Quinn. Once there, you bumped into an old friend, Darla Oakes. Pulling Eli through the crowd, Darla, you swiftly introduced him to your new friends, Drake and Amelia, with the latter still reeling of visions she had seen. The complete destruction of Eden Falls on New Year's Eve. Understanding this was a conversation better had out of you, you all decided to seek solace somewhere more private. Drake's secret cabin in Eden Forest. But as you made your way through the crowd, Eli, you were met with another old face. Your old football captain, John Logan. Displaying quite genuine happiness to be seeing you again, he suggested the two of you catch up the next day, as he needed to leave the house, owing to electrical works. As all of you disappeared into the woods, you filled in Eli on all that he had missed. The black box, and its true origins as a battery from the future. About the time travel you had witnessed, about the mayor's signed request to transfer Robert Logan from his current cell in Eden Falls County, and Amelia's latest visions. And as you all stood there, Darla and Eli, you heard a voice over your walkie-talkie calling to the two of you, Magnus Logan, the patriarch of the Logan family. Accusing you of taking his son from him and placing him in jail, he informed you that you were now even, as in the distance, explosions went off. Eli and Darla, you ran. Seeing your mother and sister stood outside your burning house, your father trapped within, Eli, you rushed inside to save him, eventually collapsing to the grass outside and passing into unconsciousness. While Darla, you too found your house in flames. Final memories of your sister and mother disappearing into smoke and ash. And as you dove inside to pull your unconscious father from the wreckage, assisted by Artie, you too let sleep take you. Meanwhile, Drake walked you home, Amelia, where you were met with an altogether different kind of dilemma. A letter from Yale, offering you a visit over the New Year period, for you and your entire family. With Drake having overheard your principal's conversation with the Logans, and understanding that this invitation was likely engineered by them, Amelia, You found yourself tired and with an uncertain future ahead of you. The next day, at the hospital, Darla and Eli, you woke in separate rooms, both greeted by Mrs. Sparrow, while you, Eli, were met by an unexpected figure later on in the day. Stuart Matson, the old head of Logan Security, and while he initially told you that more would follow if you didn't back down, you threatened to end him if he ever came after your family again. Bowed, but not beaten, he left you alone with your sleeping sister. Amelia. A dome of darkness spreads out and out and out and out. You stand alone in the center of Edenfall Square. The countdown clock to New Year's Eve stands still, as do the upturned cars and vehicles all around you. Darkness spreads, the ground shakes beneath your feet, the air roars, and through the deafening silence, Amelia?
Huh?
Amelia? Amelia? And as light peeks through your eyes, you feel a gentle hand upon your shoulder. Amelia?
What?
It's okay. What? It's okay. You fell asleep on the sofa, love. Come on, wake up, sweetie.
And she'll just kind of be stunned still, half unsure if she wants to revisit back in that moment, revisiting the dome, trying to picture it, trying to capture any detail, any clue that she could get in that moment, and half trying to figure out what she's doing on the couch.
Can you make a comprehend check for me? The number of successes that you roll will dictate how much you learn from your vision.
2.
So, 2 things you learn.
Mm-hmm.
You would learn, as you cast your mind back to this awful premonition.
Uh-huh.
The streets are empty, as are the businesses and the shops. There is not a sign of any kind of life. Except behind you in the vision. You know that there are 3 others with you, at least. And those 3 are Darla, Drake, and Nico. You also, I would say with a second success, you see the initial dome in front of you. But in the back of your mind, you know this is not the first.
Like I've
As you look
seen
up,
this before?
that is hard to tell, but there is a distinct sense of deja vu.
Oh, no.
As you look up and you see your mother standing over you, and you see that there is a blanket over your shoulder as well, and you can see that sunlight is streaming in, and your mother just leans down and kisses you and, come, I made some breakfast for you.
Uh-huh. And as if still a ghost, she just stands up and wanders over, not even aware of her surroundings, just still captured in that moment, feeling uncomfortable with that deja vu, trying to go through her library of her mind, finding the file where she could have possibly have seen this dome before. Why can't she remember it? Why does it feel this way to her?
So Drake left early. I offered him the other sofa, but he insisted. How are you doing? You all right?
No, perfectly fine. Super wonderful. I feel fantastic. Uh-huh. Yeah. And like a switch, Amelia just kind of perks up, still looking very disheveled from passing out on the couch, her hair a chaotic mess, her bags under her eyes, very heavy, and even her ability to focus and look and make eye contact with her mother is just scattered. Like she struggles to hold that contact for more than a few seconds. Yeah, I'm great. Breakfast.
Your mother...
Right. Delicious. Orange juice. Big fan of this. Never. Yes. And milk. What? No, orange juice. Orange juice is what I want. Yes.
Your mother just puts a hand out, and as you just move around, grabbing literally anything you can, you just feel once more that reassuring hand on your own. And as your mother looks at you, you hear, just off deeper into the kitchen, the radio. On fire! And while these two events are seemingly unconnected, both explosions are being attributed to faulty breaker units. While these events are still under investigation, we can confirm that both families are safe and well. And your mother looks over her shoulder and back at you. Your friends are in the hospital.
They okay?
But they're all right.
Right. Everyone's fine. Okay.
I let you sleep in.
Oh no! I didn't need to do that. I had my thing, the paper. I had to go deliver the paper today. This morning, when I was supposed to always do that.
It's okay. I've already called. I've called your boss. I've called the school. I've called my work. Today it's just you and me.
I'm fine. I can go to school. Backpack. I'll just go up. I'll get my homework. Pretty sure I did it. I'm sure it'll be fine. And she just freezes for a second as her brain's just trying to process. But the hospital. Can I go to the hospital, actually?
That is rather why I took the day off work.
Oh, of course. You didn't need to do that, Mom. I could do that. I know where it is, and I don't have a bicycle. Actually, could I get a ride?
Darling. Are you all right? You seem... Since...
Super wonderful.
You seem... Since the Halloween, you've appeared distracted, and... I know it's busy at school, and I know we're coming to the end of term, but I just...
No, I'm perfectly fine. Everything is just really exciting as so many opportunities are ahead of me. And I think during this entire time, completely forgetting about it, she's probably had just a death grip on that letter crumpled in her hand as she had folded it in and out, making it super tiny and then unfolding it. And now it's just crunched in her fist as she realizes that it's been there. I'm just so excited about the whole thing. And I have a lot to process and to figure out what I want to do. I even picked up a major. What do I want to do with that?
Amelia, I've seen you excited. This isn't excitement. Why? What's the matter?
It's... And she struggles for words. You can kind of see her fidgeting with her fingers, holding onto that paper, bending the corner back and forth a million times over. I'm not really sure about the future. What if it's not good? What if what I wanted to do isn't really the right option? Or maybe it's the right thing for me, but it wouldn't be good for everyone else. Or if you think what you know what the future is going to be, but then it isn't actually that, or how do you know when something's going to happen in the future?
I didn't always want to be a publisher or an editor. I sort of fell into it. That can happen sometimes.
That's falling into it doesn't sound so bad, but that's not a big consequence. What if you had not fallen into anything? Or worse?
Well, then I would have still had you and June and your father.
What?
What are you scared of, darling?
Ah,
I'm not trying to change your mind, but I think it's at least worth discussing.
what if I leave? What happens? What happens to my friends or June or you? What if I don't see you in my future?
We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere.
If you could look into the future, would you?
I don't think I'd want to preempt memories that are yet to be made.
'Cause it's a curse,
feel
isn't it? Sorry.
I feel it would likely colour the present.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Maybe no, but what if you have you ever had a dream that felt like it was going to come to pass? Maybe not even a dream, maybe like a nightmare. Like failing a class or worse.
Well, I've had a lot of the usual ones. Teeth falling out, hair falling out, naked in class. But,
Never had my teeth fallen out.
I remember one night, before I had you, still pregnant with you. I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and I was hot and clammy, and I remember I was very, very scared. I remember suddenly the enormity of becoming a parent. I remember waking up in the middle of the night, and I remember your father was so good. He sat with me and held my hand, and we talked about it. And I remember being scared that I had to be so much for one person.
Right.
I remember that was very scary. And then a few months later, there you were. And suddenly it was all... I won't say easy. It wasn't always easy, but I didn't feel quite so alone in that feeling.
But you had to wait for months to know if you'd feel alone or if you could handle it or whatever it was. How do you deal with that for months, just waiting to see if you can tackle that future?
Day by day.
Oh,
Some were easier than others, and they always will be.
I was kind of hoping you'd have an easier answer.
Unfortunately, life is not easy. It's not like the books that we read. It's not like, if there's a line in a book that I don't like, I'm able to cross it out, send it back to the writer, and say, do better.
You've done that a lot. I've seen those.
We get a lot of bad writers.
How do you know when you were writing your story if you've got a good write or if you're a bad writer?
I don't think you do. You just have to trust. Writing, from experience, it can be very lonely, but I suppose it's only as lonely as you make it. You show drafts to people, you invite criticism, you invite change.
Right. So if I was getting scary visions, if I was having scary thoughts about the future, I should tell friends?
She leans forward and just squeezes your hand.
I don't want to be alone through it.
You won't be. You won't be.
Right. Right.
Well, and she stands up and go get changed. And
Right. Oh!
we can...
Did I drool on my shirt? You didn't even put
You did. No.
Did Drake see that? Oh, there's a lot.
No.
Oh.
Go change. I'll be ready with the car. We can head on
brush
over.
my teeth. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. She
Amelia's-
laughs.
We'll run upstairs quickly and embarrassed to change.
As you do, Eli. Matson has stepped out of the room, and a sleeping Quinn sits on you. There is no sign of your mother, there's no sign of Darla, and no sign of your father either.
Well, Eli, that was good. That was good, buddy. That was good. That was good, right? I was strong. I was confident. That was good. Yeah, I nailed that. Okay. Mom, don't know. Dad, don't know. Sisters, fine. Where are we gonna stay? I don't know. Friends, is everyone else okay? Eli tries to get up, but then doesn't want to wake his sister, so he just kind of lays back down and is just going over the checklist in his head over and over and over.
As you lie there, in a bed just a few rooms across, Darla, what are you doing?
So, remember how last time she asked Miss Sparrow to, see if there was a list of people checking in and out? Yeah, as soon as she leaves the room, she'd rip out her IV. And start,
Cool.
dressing in whatever clothes remain.
Okay. As you get out of bed and start dressing, you can see through the gap in your door the waiting room just beyond, where you see two very familiar figures, both asleep. You see Artie leant up against his dad, arm wrapped around his son, and they are both asleep. This huge man next to this skinny, awkward, gangly teenager.
Would she know or have any idea what room Eli's in?
I won't make you roll for it. I'd say if you headed on out, you would be able to, after a short walk around, just down your corridor, you'd be able to see lying Eli and on top a very, very unconscious Quinn.
Taking a moment to just look at Artie and his dad. She, as much as she would want to go and wake them up at the same time, she can't get out of her head what she had heard because she's not sure if it even happened. So she turns away from them and, probably not knowing initially what way to even go, I feel like she would cycle back and forth, just kind of peeking in people's rooms. Hopefully not getting caught, because that'd be sorry. But eventually coming around to Eli's room, you would hear a jingling of the door for a second before like a creak open.
Eli's going to immediately square up a little bit.
Whoa, I'm just entering your room. What did I do?
What? You're okay. Hi, Darla. You're fine. Everything's fine, right? You're good?
Yeah, I got released already, so how
I'm
much
just
longer
looking
are you
at
in for?
the IV in my arm. What? You're done?
Yeah.
I just
I'm just built different.
do I pull this out? Do I keep it in? What do I do?
Here, let me help you. And she'll shuffle over there after she shuts the door quietly behind her. Where is Quinn? Is she on you or just next to you?
Would be on right side, kind of like
so like
laying.
numbing one of your arms.
Yes. So IV arm is free.
Okay,
Other
okay.
arm is under.
Not wanting to disturb Quinn, she would pull your arm, and Darla is not someone that doesn't know much about med kit kind of thing. She knows that whenever I pull this out, there's gonna be blood. Obviously, she just did it. So she goes and finds gauze really quickly, and it's like, okay, it's gonna pinch like for 2 seconds. And as she's even telling you that, she's already pulling it out. See,
Is
you're
that
fine.
Okay.
It's just a catheter. And they take out the needle later. Anyway, and she tosses it into an open trash can. It's a huge biohazard.
It's the
Okay.
80s, it's fine.
Okay, Darla, and I'm gonna like cover Quinn's ear even though she's asleep. Did somebody come and see you too?
Your mom.
No, Darla, he's back. Madsen visited me.
He was there in the hospital.
He's back.
When?
He just left right
There's
before
no
you
way
got
I just
here.
missed him.
He he told me that this was just the start of things and we need to step off and get away from this.
Wait.
But you know me, I wasn't gonna let that fly. And that man, he scurried away once he saw these guns. And I go to flex, but I'm like, ow. Yeah.
Put those guns away.
It's fine.
Oh, speaking of, was he limping at least? Tell me he's got a limp.
There's a little bit of a
yeah.
limp
That's what I wanted to
where
hear.
he was shot. Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's what I wanted to know. I'm glad to see that that's a reward for me, I feel. But anyway, okay, I'm not sure if I was visited by anybody other than your mom.
What do you mean not sure?
Well, I mean, a lot of things happen when you have a lot of adrenaline, including maybe some odd, vivid dreams. But if it was very realistic, I'm pretty sure Magnus visited me and basically said the same thing, more or less.
That this was the start of it and we better
Yeah, kind of.
leave it alone?
Really big
Darla,
threats, though. Like, huge threats.
I mean,
If
they
it's
just
true.
blew up our house.
Yeah. they're just-
Houses.
why
Is your
it's-
family okay? You saw my mom, but is
She just kind of looks away from me for a moment, and I haven't checked on my dad, but I heard he's okay. Your mom said he's okay.
he here?
I assume so.
Do you want me to go with you to visit? Just we peek in, make sure he's fine.
Sure.
I mean, you would do the same for me.
Would I?
True. It depends on the day and like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this time maybe because our houses blew up. Sometimes you're nicer to me when bad things happen.
Yeah. Huh. That sounds like a me problem. We'll unpack that another day. But
Okay, it's fine.
are you okay leaving? And she looks down at your sister, Quinn, here alone. Where's your mom? She walked away, and I didn't even see her in the hallway.
I
Snuck
think
right
she's-
past. I mean, she knows that I left.
You snuck out?
Nope.
All right. Well, I guess I got to sneak out too because like if we're going to break rules, we might as well do it together.
Well, like, I mean, you already let me pull the IV out of you, so.
That was against the rules? I thought
What if I say no? Do you feel better?
no, but okay. Well, we already broke all the rules. Let's we got to figure this out. Can you help me? And I'm just going to like try to have you brace Quinn as I sneak out.
She does, and I think like sliding her hand in between your arm and her neck. It's like that where that heat is locked in, and it's probably a little sweaty, both like the matted back of her hair and like gliding past your dewy skin. Ugh, hurry, quick, fast.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And she
she'll
lays
be-
her head down lightly on the pillow.
I just like tuck her into my hospital bed because okay, and then fluff her pillow. And then
You're
oh,
wasting
her
time.
book. I'll put that over here. No, well,
Eli.
she's comfortable now. Okay.
She's asleep.
And just pat her on the head. All right, lead the way. Where are we going?
I don't know yet, but Darla is going to crack open the door and see if there's anybody in the hallway.
Make an investigate check for me.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I sure will.
You need 2 successes.
Oh, do I? Well, that's 2 curses.
Oh.
Looks clear. Look,
Oh, no!
it looks clear.
Okay.
That's the best investigation I think I've ever gotten in this entire game. Whoa. Okay, I don't hear or see anybody. And she swings open the door. She's like, okay, come on. You're gonna have to help me look in these doors, though. I looked in that row over there, and then the one leading back to this way, so I assume a little further down.
Okay, I'll go this way. And Eli is tiptoeing his giant frame, just trying to sneak down the hall. Okay. I'll peek in these
Can
rooms.
you make a move check for me, please?
As Darla's shutting the door behind her. Ooh.
Success.
A success. Okay. I will say that as you creep on out, you don't incur the attention of any of the doctors or nurses on call. But as you make your way through the corridor, peeking into each and every room, you eventually come upon a shared room. 2 new patients. Beds on opposite sides of the room. A Mardy Sparrow in one, and your father, Darla, in another. And staring directly at you, sat next to Amardi's Eli, is your mother, who face goes ashen as she just sees her son out of bed.
I'm going to hide behind the door.
It doesn't work. She goes, Eli Sparrow?
Yes, mother. Yeah.
Did you sneak out of bed on your own, or is Darla with you?
Well, technically Darla isn't with me.
Darla Oaks?
Do I hear this in time? Can I try?
Oh,
to hear this?
100% you do.
She stops and does not continue down. She just kind of hides there in the doorway or the frame of the door she just closed, which means she's very much visible. But she's
Seeing
not in
as
the
you
room.
have both managed to sneak out of bed, why don't you come in?
Darla, it's fine. Mom says it's okay.
I don't know. She sounded kind of angry.
I am angry.
Oh god.
But
I'm so scary. She
I
says,
don't know.
peeling away from this door frame and walking very slowly, dragging her feet along the floor before
As you enter,
peeking around the corner.
met with the sort of stare that only a parent and a teacher could give you. Just... Her features nevertheless soften, and she looks over in the direction of your father in his bed.
How are they doing?
Make a comprehend check for me.
Okay. No! Well, that's
curses, right?
a great 0. I could try to re-roll if I use a blast to make that 2, and then... you know what? Let's do it. No!
It is
It's worth a shot.
overwhelming as you turn the corner, and you see your father for the first time outside the walls of your home, a home which you have now lost. There is light streaming over his bed from the nearby window. He is bathed in golden sunshine. And you realize this is the first time that you have seen him in natural light in a very, very long time. His features are haggard, his face covered in patchy stubble, and you can see that all along his left hand side, and his arm specifically, there is gauze.
I don't think that she would get closer. This is already shocking enough to see him out, let alone the gauze. And it's like that frog in your throat kind of situation. She just kind of enters the room and puts herself against the wall that's facing him, but not getting closer, making herself feel as small as possible, just kind of like a fly on the wall situation.
As you do so, Eli, your mother sat next to your father. She looks between the two of you, and outside of the fire, this is the first time you have seen your father since you left for college.
Mom, is he okay? I mean, I came home because of the other accident, and then now there's this accident, and like, is he awake? Is he? And I'm whispering this to her.
From the bed, you just hear, "It's been a rough year."
Eli
He
just laughs and just because it's his dad's humor and just like, oh god.
He just reaches out one hand in your direction and just opens himself up to you, tiredly.
I just embrace him as gentle as I can with my frame.
Okay.
Pops, I mean, it's been a year. Are you? Everything's fine, right? Like, what is happening? You're okay?
Well, I've been shot and caught in a fire, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
I mean, well, I guess you probably don't have the time and energy to tell me now, but like, how were you shot? You're a scientist. You're
I gotta
book nerd. Are you?
As you say this, your mum just kisses your father on the head, and I'll leave you two to it. I'll go check on Quinn. And standing up, she just squeezes your shoulder and passes by. And as your mum disappears, your dad just looks up at you, and his face softens as he just reaches up and cups your cheek. You look so grown up.
I was gonna say it's the glasses, but I lost them. I'm wearing glasses now.
Oh, so you're taking off after me.
Yeah, it made me look smarter too. Just like you, without your glasses, you look kind of silly.
Yeah, well, that's why I started wearing them, so I would fit in at the lab.
It's really good to talk to you. It's really good to see you. I wish it wasn't like this, but I'm happy to be home.
I'm really sorry. Son, I'm sorry. And he reaches out and just grabs your hand. All of this is my fault. I'm so sorry.
Wait, Dad, how can this be your fault? You didn't do anything.
No, but I got you involved back in March. I didn't mean to, but that the black box you and your friends found.
Yeah, the cube, yeah.
Yeah. I was the one who stole it from the loop.
Dad, you're a thief?
I know. I was working on it, and I knew. I can't explain, but I knew deep down it would only cause. Anyway,
Did you? Did you know what it could do? Did you know?
No, I had no idea, but I knew I had to get it out, and Robert Logan, he told me he would destroy it, and like an idiot, I trusted him, so, and I, the moment it was in his hands, I put you and your friends in danger, and now our family.
No, Dad. This isn't your fault. This is the Logans. This is what they do. This is what they've been doing. You were tricked. You were deceived. You did nothing wrong here. You were looking out for us, and it's not our fault that these monsters who can't be stopped are here after us, after you, after me. They blew up our house. And like that is my fault.
No. Don't put that on you, son. Don't do that.
Me and my friends, we got over our heads. Now in hindsight, I realize how over our heads we were, but it was it felt like the right thing to do, and then we had to do it, and now we don't have a place to live. Darla doesn't have a place to live. I don't know what we're gonna do. And they're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop.
That's what I'm worried about. If the Logans want retribution, I don't. And he looks in the direction of the door where your mother has left. I don't know if it's safe for them.
What if I make them stop?
I said
I
you look
slowed
grown
them
up.
down. I slowed them down once before. What if I do it again? You said it yourself. You'd do anything to protect them. Well, I'm sorry, old man, but there's not much you can do anymore, and now it falls on me.
I can't ask you to do that, son.
You're not asking. I will do everything in my power to make them stop. And if something happens to me, but if I can get them to stop along the way, then so be it. But we can't continue like this.
Make charm or lead, whichever you would rather.
2 success, and I can make it 3 if that helps. This is my episode, baby.
He just looks at you. And he looks towards the door once more. If your mom finds out, I'm not taking the blame.
Nobody can stand that wrath. Logan's are one thing, but Mom?
Oh, no. Okay, son. Okay. And he just pats you firmly on the arm.
Is there anything you can lend me or help me with? I know that, you know, you had so much access to all of these areas and you know, the pieces of technology and all of these things. Is there anything at all that could help me? Because I'm doing this with or without that help. So anything at all can be useful. I say kind of nervously, understanding.
He sort of looks at you, and after a moment's hesitation, given your earlier roll, he just looks across at a bag that's to one side, and I'm currently suspended from the loop pending investigation. But I managed to sneak a little something out before I did. And he gestures towards the bag.
All right, I'm gonna open it up and unsure what I'm looking for, but I'm gonna kind of peer and see off of my dad's reaction if I'm going for the right thing.
You sort of reach around, and as your hand passes over what looks to be a small... It's kind of like a small handheld device with what looks to be a slider on it. It sort of almost looks like the handle of a gun, but without the muzzle, without a trigger or anything. But there is just a slider next to where the thumb goes. It's very, very small, very delicate. But as you reach out towards it, he just... Oh, be careful. Not in here. It's a localized EMP.
Well, Dad, maybe lead with that before I do that in a hospital?
In my defense, I am hooked up to a lot of morphine right now.
Okay, I'm gonna borrow your bag for a bit because I have big hands and I'm clumsy and I don't want to destroy a hospital. Okay, we don't have a house, so I can't leave it at home. Wait, Dad, where are we staying? Have we thought about that?
He shakes his head and laughs, and I have noticed that we have reached a supernatural.
Uh-oh.
So...
I am so glad I'm not in this scene.
Yeah, what the heck?
That's all you have to say to ruin it for yourself.
Darla, as you stand there, and as you watch this conversation between father and son, there are 2 heart monitors beeping through the room. Both are steady, until one of them is not. From your father's bed, speeding up and up and up, you hear a rattling as you look over and you see that your father is convulsing on the bed. What are you doing?
God. You said that Amadi is, like, their beds are next to each other?
Opposite sides of the room.
Okay. Jesus. I think she would...
He's convulsing. He's shaking. What are you doing?
No.
The bed is rattling away from the wall. It is.
Eli, can you? I gotta go and get some help. And she runs outside of the door, not too far, but is yelling down the hallway. Is there a doctor or nurse or anybody?
Make a charm check for me.
Oh no. Dear God.
Can I help since I'm in the room?
Absolutely. What are you doing?
I'm going to also yell out the door. My voice being lower in tone is going to carry longer. Down the hall.
Okay. So if you roll as well.
Charm. No successes, but I have 3 blesses. I'm going to use 2 of them right now. So it's 2 successes.
As your voice booms out of the room, you get the attention of a nearby nurse who immediately he starts rushing forward and, what is it?
Yeah, my dad, he's, I don't know, his heart monitor is going wild and he's moving.
Okay, out of the way, and immediately just placing you to one side, just rushes inside. At the same time, round the corner, Darla, as you stand there and you see both Eli to one side, and you see Amadi pushing himself up in his bed, and you see the nurse running in, you see coming round the corner, Amelia and her mother just stepping into view.
I don't think that she would even acknowledge you. You just... Darla is very frozen right now. It's just fear. And she sees you, but she's not noticing that it is you.
You just hear from inside, just... I need a defibrillator now! And you can just hear outside nurses just beginning to take a pack off the wall and run inside. And... Darla? I'm going to ask you to make whatever kind of check you would like to.
May I know what it's for or the gist of it?
It is... Essentially, I'm asking you to roll for your father.
I'm going to roll heart. I can't reach it.
you need to use a reroll?
I will say I'm going to give you 3. This is a 3-stage roll. If chat wants to gift blesses, now is the time.
Yikes.
So,
because I could, with that, get another success, and that would take away 2 of my curses. I could rely on a reroll, but
so how many successes would that give you for this initial roll? Because it would be 1 for the first roll, 2 for the second.
yeah, I would
and
be
then
rerolling
3 for the
to
third.
try to get that one.
Okay. So it's up to you.
Why not? Okay, that's all my blesses. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh dear God. Okay. Nope, that's a 0. Oh, why? Those are so
Okay.
close.
So you watch as rushing into the room, another nurse comes in and starts to just peel the pads off the defibrillator, and suddenly you see the heart monitor just hit nothing. Eli and Amelia, as you come round the side, watching from the sidelines, what are the two of you doing as Darla stands there, frozen in place?
Oh, what's going on? What's happening?
Okay. Is there has to be something we can do. There has to be something we can do.
I thought he was fine.
I don't know. Okay. And are the nurses like defibbing right here, right now?
They're about to, and when they do, I am going to make Darla to make another roll.
Okay. Eli doesn't know too much about this stuff. I'm gonna try to. Oh God, this is sports Eli coming out. Try to just shout and encourage to Darla's dad to like keep fighting. Is that something I can try to do?
I will say, make a contact check. Any successes that you have, I will add to Darla's roll.
Okay.
2 successes.
Okay.
So that is everything you need to succeed on your second roll, Darla, but I'm going to make you roll anyway just to see if there's anything additional that comes of it.
Sure. Well, but it would be a 0.
Okay, but as Eli shouts, you see as his voice just reverberates around the room, and as Darla, you continue to just stand there staring, that line just blip ever so slightly, and you see one of the nurses turn. Okay, we still got him. Okay, 3, 2, 1, clear! And you just see this as his body just goes rigid and then flops down to the bed. Amelia, what are you doing?
You can't just stand there. And Amelia is going to come up almost very gently, reaching like for Darla's elbow. You have to go say something to him. You have to talk to him. You have to let him know that you're here for him. You can't. Come on.
I know I'm not the GM, but I feel like you need to roll for that.
That's fair. Yes. Yes,
So
absolutely.
Any kind of heart check that you feel, or I'll say any kind of heart or empathize, whichever you would rather.
Yes. I'm gonna go with contact. I'm gonna use a bless to bump that up to a 5. Is that how that works?
You bump it up to
so-
a 6, so it's 1 success.
Yes.
So 1 success. Darla, as you stand there, and that 1 success will add to your next roll as well. Through the silence, it's almost as though you are underwater. You hear Amelia next to you.
You said you touch her elbow?
Yes. Not pushing you, just trying to maybe wake you up from that moment.
Yeah, and I feel like right now everything is, she's very hypersensitive. And so touching her, it feels almost like a pain. And you get a visceral reaction of movement from her as she goes to grasp at her elbow, but then feeling that it's fine, you think she would catch sight and like realize that you're next to her. What do I do?
Just hold his hand or tell him that
I can't do that. There's a bunch of nurses all over. They're trying to take care of him. If I get close, they could make it worse.
Just maybe say his name? Dad? He just needs to know it's your voice that you're there. What you say really doesn't matter.
Okay. And without thought, she actually would reach down and grab your hand.
Interlocking fingers.
Yeah, just as she had done to you at the festival the day before. But this time it was to take care of herself. Yeah, she would enter the room doing the smallest of steps, and also with caution to not be in the way. So dodging any movement, and I think probably stopping a few times as well, with Amelia then like kind of pushing into her as you were following.
As they enter the room, Eli, you see Amelia and Darla walking in hand, and a woman standing in the door who you do not know, but based on her proximity to Amelia, you imagine is her mother. Are you doing anything as we approach the third and final roll, which will require 3 successes?
I'm going to peel back from being the booming cheerleader in the room, seeing the situation of Darla approaching her father, and I'm just gonna walk up behind them and just put my hands on each of their shoulders in solidarity to try to help and motivate and be there for Darla in the way that Darla would be there for me, despite our differences in our banter. So I would like to try to roll a heart check to help in this scenario.
Okay. Make any kind of heart check you would like to make.
Since I'm going to go contact. 2 successes.
Darla, as you approach and you see the nurses begin to charge up the defibrillator again, what are you doing?
Sure. Almost like a surge of warmth with your touch, Eli. She shudders a little bit, like, getting the goosebumps all over her arms, and then letting go of Amelia's hand and stepping away from you as well. She would get a little bit closer, and I think the words would feel insignificant against the sound and the noise that's in the room right now. But she would just start with a low whisper, "Dad," as she gets closer, and each step still taking the time to be wary of her position in this room, and probably stopping just a few feet away, because obviously getting too close would not be wise. She doesn't want to be in the way. Dad, it's Darla. You'll be okay.
Can you make one final roll for me?
Yes.
You are adding Amelia's success, and you are adding Eli's 2.
Okay, so that would take
You
away
will
curses.
Yeah. So you will succeed. It is just whether anything more happens.
Oof, no. 0.
Once more. 3, 2, 1! And you see his body just go rigid again as the heart monitor just beep, 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 beep. As you see the nurses to either side just... He's stable. He's stable. And turning round to the three of you and towards you, Darla. He's okay. He's okay.
Are you sure?
He'll need rest. But yeah, he's stable.
Okay. Thank you.
They nod, and heading on out of the room, Darla, as Amelia stands to one side, clutching your hand, and Eli looms over the both of you, hands on your shoulders. You hear frantic footsteps outside as wheeling round the side of the door. You see a panicked Artie just staring in and looking at all three of you.
I would like to leave this room, she says, kind of turning around and hurrying
Come on.
out.
And as you head out, leaving both your fathers in there, Eli, as you follow Darla and Amelia out, you look back as your father, Amadi, just nods, an understanding between the two of you. And that is where we are going to take our break.
Perfect, because I just lost Becca's camera.
Oh.
Where'd your camera
Oh?
go? I see you in ping,
Just want to
but
show off the
it
artwork.
just disappeared.
I'm just having a moment here. It was,
Oh.
Just a mome.
Oh,
it was very
Oh.
intense.
there she is. Kind of.
Around an hour has passed as you sit in the waiting rooms. Nurses and doctors pass you by. Patients are wheeled in and out of various rooms. Artie's dad, you can see off to one side chatting with Mrs. Sparrow, your mum, Eli. But the three of you and Artie just sit, the four of you together.
So that was a lot.
Yeah, is everyone okay? Like, I know we're not okay, but like, are we like okay?
Could we
Yeah.
do it like on a scale instead of just saying like okay? Like 1 to 10, maybe 20 out of 100?
Which side's the good side?
Yeah. I guess 10 being really great, awesome, never been better, and 1 being awful.
Solid 3. We're alive,
Yeah.
but it's not great. But we're alive.
Is your dad alright?
He's tough. He's tough. I mean, he got shot. He was in a building on fire, and now he's fine. I get it from him. Don't worry about it.
Darla, you just feel tentatively and invitingly Artie's fingers just brush up against your own.
Oh. She would almost alarmingly quickly grab hold of his hand right there too. And almost like taking it, and then she's sitting crisscross in this chair. And so just placing that on one of her knees. And you could feel a gentle squeeze.
He squeezes back.
Do we have to stay here? Or can we leave?
We could go out to the front at least. A nice park bench, perhaps?
Yeah. That works for me.
I mean, do you know where the key is for the Hawk Cave if we want to go hang out there? Nico surely wouldn't mind.
The what?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is this another secret tree? There's a tree in the last one.
This one's next to the water tower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you hug the water tower. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that one was found or how I missed it.
Yeah.
Still a little jealous.
It's a good spot. We could go there. It feels kind of like home, and, you know, get you caught up on everything, Eli?
I would like that because I don't have a home to go to right now, so might as well.
Oh. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, all things considered, it was just a building. Everyone's safe. Everyone's okay. We'll figure it out.
I don't really have a lot of space in our home, but I can move to June's room if you all want my bedroom.
I'm sure my mom has it figured out, and if not, maybe I'll take you up on that.
Right. Bedroom wouldn't be enough. Sorry. I just thought it was awkward. I should have said something that was better, helpful. I didn't know what else to say. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. And I'm just gonna like put my hand on your shoulder, but again, not realizing my strength. Like you're that I appreciate that. Thank you.
Feels like a subtle threat, like with the heaviness of your hand. like I'm sorry.
I'll never go against you.
I'll never go against you. I should have never offered. I was a fool.
I want Eli to kind of peer into the bag they took from his dad, realizing again the thing that he's holding, and like yeah, if you all are ready, I think I definitely want to get out of here. And I'm just like gripping the bag, realizing that like we don't need another accident happening.
Yeah, I've been ready.
Okay, lead the way. I don't know where I'm going, and I just start walking.
Actually, it'll be the other way. The other exit out of the hospital will be easier. I know
All
that
right.
we're creating this world, but I just really wanted to direct you the other direction.
Darla leads Artie with herself.
You just feel Artie just transfer one hand to the other as he just puts the other one around your shoulder and just kind of draws you in tight. And as he leans in, you can kind of feel his voluminous hair kind of like brushing up as he leans down. But So I was talking to my dad. If you and your dad need somewhere, you know,
You already know the answer to that. So,
well,
I appreciate it.
I mean, you were just gonna creep through my window anyway, so.
I mean, you're the one who leaves it open. I swear somebody's gonna come in. It shouldn't be there.
Hasn't happened yet.
I don't like the yet on that. You can erase that word.
Okay. Are you okay?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 10. I'm great. And she just turns to look straight ahead, looking at the backs of Amelia and Eli, as there's probably just banter, seeing this moment of her first group of friends and her second group just coming together. She smiles a little.
As you head out, coming towards the reception area, Darla and Eli, can you both make comprehend checks for me, please?
I can, and nothing will happen. No thoughts.
You got a lot of blesses. Oh God.
That's true.
Oh God. I
Yeah,
can't even
okay. I
Even
do
if
have a lot of
wanted.
blesses. I'll do one
Quick,
success.
the GM's away. We win. We have 6 successes each.
Look, I nailed mine.
Whoa, that's a
You
lot.
just can't
of
see it.
successes.
Look at
It's way
that.
up there.
Look
Woo.
at that. Wow.
I will use one of my blesses for a singular success.
Wait, I'm with my anchor. Can I? We can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
No. We
Oh,
can't.
you're
Oh.
muted in Discord. There it is.
Good mystery.
How about now? Hello.
Yes, we can.
Whoa.
Yeah, because of my bad lucks earlier. I'm with Hardy. He's my anchor. Do I feel better?
I mean, any conditions that you have, you can
Yeah.
remove. But yeah. So as you're walking through, I will say that with your role, Eli, you see at the front desk, sort of still kind of wearing. John Logan never used to wear suits, so to see him twice in as many days wearing a jacket and suit trousers and a tie, even as it is undone around his neck, is still very strange. But he is leaning over the desk, and Eli Sparrow, or maybe his dad, Amadi. I just need to know if Eli's in. And the receptionist is going, "Look, you can wait to one side. I will call up to the ward. No, please, I need to know." And as he looks up, oh my God, Eli! And he just runs towards you.
Okay. Hey, Little John. What are you doing here? Why are you wearing a suit?
This is what I wear now. Eli, I heard over the radio. Is your family okay? I just.
We're fine. But everything is gone. Our home, everything. It's just rubble now. But you don't know about this, do you?
What do you mean? No. I heard over the news, and I thought I just want to make sure you and your parents were okay. They're always good to me. So, do you need like a place to stay, you and your family? We've got more than enough room.
John, I'm gonna be honest. I know you mean well, but I don't know I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can trust Logan right now. I'm sorry. And maybe you're not involved. But my family could have died. Everything we have is gone. And then I was threatened by somebody from within the Logan camp. So I'm not putting this on you. I just need you to know that I have to be cautious.
He looks hurt. But he just nods and steps to one side.
I'm gonna give him a hug. I'm gonna give him a hug just to let him know that, like, he's done so much for us in the ways that he did not have to, and going against what, you know, his family would have wanted. And I just need him to know that, like, this is not on him. It's just, it's complicated.
As you
Uh-oh.
pull him in, it is a moment for you, and he just holds you. He just holds you. And as he does, he just whispers in your ear. Matsson's out of prison. And he's holding a meeting at my house tonight. That's why they want me out. For the day. And he just steps back and just pats you awkwardly on the arm, and I hope that helps.
Thank you. Thank you. I really want you to know that you've helped us in so many ways, and you continue to, and I'll never forget that. I just gave him a pat and then keep up appearances. Thank you so much for checking up on me, Little John. Like, look at you. Business suit. You're no longer just a meathead. You're out here with a tie, and I'm just like...
Yeah, well, don't be a stranger, big guy. Don't be a stranger.
See you later, man. Another big pout on the shoulder.
Not if I see you first.
And then gonna catch up to the group.
Steal my friend back. You'll see Amelia literally just popping up, probably around like the size of your hip, because you're pretty tall. Thanks. Yes, and she's just gonna quickly grab your arm, like, ready to go.
Yep. Okay.
Awesome.
And I just wave without saying anything to John.
As you leave, you watch and you see the glass doors just close behind you. You see your reflections in the glass, and just beyond this, standing, barely a reflection of what he was when you first knew him, John looks after you, watching you leave. Where are you headed?
So, as you have a small heads up, the Hawk Cave has a lot of technology in it, and while I have knocked a lot of things on the floor before, Nico typically doesn't like that. So, if you see something, you can touch it, just put it back where it was originally, and be careful, a lot of the things kind of work, but not always work, and so if you touch something, there's no guarantee of what's going to happen. Those are kind of the basic rules of entering the Hawk Cave. Oh, and you probably shouldn't tell other people, though, of course, Nico's parents do understand where the Hawk Cave is, so there is at least a general adult understanding of where we're at.
There's also a disco ball.
And there's a disco ball.
Dibs.
Well,
You
you
can't just
can't
take
take
it.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's not a gift. We're not going to a gift shop.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
Honestly,
know what
if
it
Nico
is.
finds out we go in his cave.
But if he finds out for a really good purpose, I'll write a report for him so that way he can get easily caught up on what we were doing.
All right.
And I'll leave it there in the hot cake.
Okay.
He'll really like
Darla,
it.
Does
This is normal.
this is okay. All right.
He'll like it. Nico likes these sort of things. He'll appreciate the report. And he'll like that the hot cake was used for it. As long as we don't ruin anything, probably. So don't move things too much.
Don't touch anything. Okay.
Well, you can touch some things, just don't steal it or take it. Like the disco ball. It's not a gift.
What? Oh, fine.
Right. Also, try to be a little covert as we go in. Right, granted, some people know that we're there, but it's not meant to be like an invitation for everyone. I don't really know how
Sarla
secure it is.
leads Artie and just walks past.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Who's Ed?
Ed?
Ooh.
Oh.
As
Robot.
Uh-oh.
you
Is
walk
this like Nico's new
through
front doorman? Is it a robot?
town,
Ed? Oh.
and eventually through to the suburbs, and eventually the outskirts. Hello? Yeah. Hello?
Oh,
Whoa.
it's catching up.
Whoa.
no.
Your
catching
audio
up.
went bonkers.
It's the UK debuff.
How are we now? We okay now? Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be leveling
Hello?
out.
Yeah. Ish.
Let me leave this call real quick.
Was
Tech is
real
our real
interesting
enemy. It's trying to get us.
Hello.
How are we doing now? Hello?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Phew. Okay.
Okay.
So as you as you walk away from the hospital, through the town centre, past shops and storefronts and businesses, and you move through the suburbs into the outskirts of Eden Falls, you come to a very familiar sight, albeit a place that you have not visited in around a month now, since you sent the time machine back to the future. You see the old water tower, the ladder leading up, and as you climb up the ladder, and through the door into the interior of this empty metal container, Eli, you are met with what looks to be an underground bunker, albeit several feet above ground. You can see a bed off to one side, you can see books and scraps of paper with mathematics and graphs and things which, frankly, you do not understand. You also see off to one side a radio that is hooked up to a variety of different walkie-talkies. You can see that, as you were promised, there is a disco ball just hanging in the center of the room. It is scrappy, it is wild and overgrown with technology, and yet there is a strange order to it all.
Yeah, so this is where we kind of hung out and like a month and some weeks ago.
It's been a great secure place, and you can always come here if you get separated. So it's kind of like a second home. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Oh, dang it.
It's like my first home.
Ow. And Amelia just kind of cringes and turtles a little bit, where she just brings her head into her shoulders.
Artie just pats you on the shoulder and just kind of gives you a little, it's okay kind of look.
Anyway, what did we want to talk about here?
Okay, well, Amelia, I don't know if you know much about this Madsen person. I don't know if you've interacted with him.
I've never brought him up.
Well, he's a guy who is a bad guy who Darla shot, by the way.
Okay.
Doesn't phase her.
What?
It just doesn't phase Amelia. Okay.
That makes
yeah,
sense.
makes
Now
sense.
I'm following. Not a surprise at all.
He took one of us, and I'm sure him being back is causing all of this again. He visited me in my hospital bed and
What?
threatened me.
Oh
He
my
told me
God.
that this is just the start, he told me that they're not going to stop unless we go away. And after them harming our friends, destroying our homes, and trying to kill us, I can't let this continue. I can't just back down from this. And I know this is a lot, and I know I'm throwing a lot at you. I look at Darla and just nod because you we've been through this. I have a little help, and I pull out the device.
What is that?
What is that? We have two very different tones on that.
So, my dad gave this to me. He snuck it out when he was suspended from the loop. I don't really. He said it's an.
When was he suspended from the loop?
I thought y'all would know because y'all know he got shot, and I'm finding out this news. So, I have no idea.
Why would he be? I did not shoot him.
I simply asked a question. Amelia starts staring at the ceiling.
Darla, you didn't shoot my dad, right?
No, I didn't shoot your. Well, public knowledge thinks I did, but I didn't. It was somebody else. So yes. Kind of glancing up at Artie and then down.
Artie shifts a little bit awkwardly before stepping forward and looking at the item in your hand. Eli, just is this magnetrine technology? And he just kind of gestures forward, sort of silently asking to take it.
Please, I'm too scared. I'm gonna destroy the universe or something. I don't know what this is.
He kind of gives it a glance over, and he goes over to sit next to the desk, off to one side, and sort of looking at it very, very carefully, just twisting it this way and that. I think this is like a electromagnetrine pulse. I think it disables magnetron technology in the area, so electrics and things like that. So I think you could just control it if you slide it up, slide it down. It's basically a dimmer switch.
So the more you slide it up, the stronger it goes?
In theory, I guess. I don't know. I've never... But, looking at it, you can kind of see the miniature magnetrine plates just around the edges, and it looks like it's definitely an emitter of some kind. I don't know. Maybe?
Amelia, you're smart. What do you think?
What gave it away? The glasses? She just kind of looks at you.
Actually, yeah, that's very Eli coded.
Give it here. But put the dimmer down all the way just in case I press something.
Are you doing that?
I asked them to do it. I'm not doing it.
Eli, do you do what Amelia says?
Yeah, because I wouldn't know any better. I'm the two smartest people in the room, and then you told me, okay, dimmer down.
As you do, you just hear Artie go, no, as just everything goes dark in the cave.
What did you do?
Oh, that's very interesting.
Do I dimmer up, dimmer down? What do I do?
Halfway. Do it halfway now.
Okay, halfway.
The lights come back on.
All right, be more careful, Doug Dimmerdome.
I don't want this anymore, but Darla definitely should not have this either.
I wouldn't push it. Well,
no, it's
not
like
anymore,
a
but I was
universal
probably
power tool.
tempted.
So, what do you think the range is on that?
How about you are intrigued, you hold on to this for a bit, and then let me know what it does, and then maybe I'll take it back if it doesn't destroy the universe?
Well, I don't want to take anything to my home. Oh, I keep saying that word.
I'll take it to my home.
We could just leave it here in the hot cave. There's tons of other tech here. If we hide it amongst all of these other things until we're ready for it, or whenever we want to mess with it, it will be safer here.
What are
right?
we trying to use this for?
Well, maybe if it controls all the power, if we need more answers, like going to the Logan's home.
I'm
or
more
going
than ready to
the-
march up to the front door.
Well, that
Not
might
the
be
front door.
dangerous, yes. Or going to the loop itself, there's probably more answers there. And if we can control the power whenever we're ready to go in, that gives us a really big advantage.
Yeah,
I just don't know how
dangerous
the
isn't
radius-
really something I care about right now. Literally we ran through a fire last night.
I would like to minimize danger. See
Okay.
Amelia just small little like finger, like little less.
I would not like to be in danger.
Okay, then what's a better plan?
Eli's demeanor's going to change a little bit from happy, goofy jock. Madsen is going to be at the Logans. I need to know what he's up to. I need to know what they're doing, and I
When?
need to know. Oh yeah. That's what John told me. That John's out of the house because they're having a meeting at the Logans. I was kind of harsh to John, but he really is helping us again, like he did before. And I know this is a lot to ask, but I have to know what they're up to.
Yeah,
I need to
I'm
know.
ready to go. What time are they doing this at? You missed it, but we
Edwards-
actually did this like a month or so ago. Kitchen window.
Oh, so y'all are. Oh, okay. So this is gonna be easy. We
I
just
know
do it
exactly
again.
where to go.
Okay.
Well, we have a general idea. I would be very careful of trusting any Logan, even their nice things. Like I got a gift from them, I think, but I think it's all about pulling us apart.
What?
I know you weren't here for this, but John put himself in danger for us to help us. If there's
we
anybody
didn't
I-
kinda give him a choice. I'm not gonna lie. We did
Yeah, but
pretend kidnap him. Actually, kind of kidnap him.
And
But
their
then he was down
family.
and helped, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why we got away from that, and you shooting the guy. But
Yeah.
it could have gone way worse. There were so many guns. Why were there so many guns?
Well, they might be willing to help us, but they're probably not going to be willing to hurt themselves. I got a letter the other day to Yale.
Congrats.
Whoa.
But it's not that. It's not that. It was a VIP experience, and while I know my grades are very good, I haven't even sent out any application letters, and there's no way they would have paid attention to me because I haven't even finished my biology presentation, which at least would have been stellar enough. I think they're pulling strings. They want me to be gone.
Wait. When?
Well, it would be late, like New Year's, Christmas, holidays.
Like in a couple weeks?
Yes, they're trying to get me out of town, I think, which is very tempting, and it's a wonderful gift, and I don't know how they figured out what I really wanted, because of course I want to go to Yale. Who doesn't want to go there? But I feel like
Well, wait. This is good.
it's good.
No, no, no.
What?
We can use this. Why don't you go to the Logans as a thank you?
Because I'm not thankful?
Who said you really had to be? Do you know how to lie?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that as an option.
This is like an easy in because it sounds like they like you.
Oh.
Your house didn't get blown up.
True, you have a
true.
home.
Oh! And she'll just kind of frustrate a second and stomp a little
And
goose step
I'm gonna
around.
wink at Artie. It's like,
Artie's still processing the Yale thing. He's like, oh.
But yeah, probably because, like your sister, Magnus is doing better.
Right. Okay. I mean, it is a very cool. I could do that. And I will distract them at the front with a very elaborate thank you. I can do a
Yeah.
presentation. I'll need poster board. Does Nico have poster board here? She'll
Probably.
start looking around. No. I could do this, and I can make sure that there's plenty of attention, and I'll give him health updates that I think of as well, because as June's improvement, it'll be interesting to see how those parallel. I wonder if I could do that as a study.
I mean, I don't think
that.
that's really going to stop the meeting. You might just hold up somebody who works there.
Right, but it'll get you there enough, right?
Probably. I'll sneak
Okay.
in regardless.
Anything at all can help at this point.
Right. Yes. I can do that. I don't have time to do poster board, but I can at least say thank you. I'll just need to think about what I want to say on the way over there. It's fine.
Just say, I would love to speak to Mr. Logan.
But after that, that's kind of like a public speech, and normally I have those written down word for
Improv.
word.
You'll figure it out.
Improv. Oh.
You're great at words. And not letting anybody have a say in, too. Keep it up.
Amelia, I know we just met, but your options right now are improv speaking or breaking into a stronghold full of these men.
Stronghold sounds a lot easier. Have you ever had to do a presentation? That's a lot of intimidation. I think
No.
last time I threw up in my mouth. It tasted awful.
Amelia, we don't need to know this.
And she just closes her lips very firmly. Fine. I'll do it.
Eli, did you get a time?
If I puke all over the Logan's mansion floors, it's your fault.
Great, it'd be a reward.
All you were told was tonight.
Yeah. John said he had to leave the house and wasn't allowed back, so it's anytime tonight. I mean, soon, maybe.
What time is it now?
At what time
What
is
time
it now?
is it now?
I would say it's around 3 in the afternoon, probably.
it's
So
around
the
that,
sun will be setting in around 2 hours, I'd say.
Well, we can get some supplies.
Yeah.
And we
Where?
can.
Poster board. Then I can have my notes.
Well, there has to be supplies in here somewhere, and I'm just like going through things. No idea.
Oh, yeah.
I will say, make an investigate check. Depending on what the accumulated successes are, I will let you decide upon whatever it is that you want to help you break in.
I'll have 1 success. I'm using a bless.
Okay, so we have 1 success.
So far, mine's 0.
Let's
Oh, because you're still cursed.
investigate. I have 1 curse, I think, still, right? Yes.
Nah.
Can you use
Oh,
a
but
bless?
you
to-
could use 2 blesses to get 2.
I absolutely will use 2 blesses.
So I will say, with 3 successes, you may choose 3 objects. So I will say 1 each. So, Darla, what object do you find within the Hawk Cave to assist you in your break-in?
I want to grab an extra walkie-talkie.
Okay, sure thing. I will say each of these objects will give you an instant success, but only once. So you will be able to use that object once for an instant success. It doesn't matter what it is you're rolling. Amelia, what is it that you grab?
I don't want to waste it on poster board. So
But you could make such a good
Appreciate you.
presentation.
I could make such a good presentation. It'll be amazing. Does the dimmer tool count as one of them?
I think that's just on me, right? Because it was
Just keep that.
something from my dad.
I'll allow you to use it as an immediate success thing, because so if you want to use that in lieu of something, that will ensure that if you decide to use it at any point, it will automatically work. I won't make you roll for it.
If you'd like, I can hold on to that. So in case there's a crash or sound, I could keep the Logans with me as I make my grand thank you for the generous anonymous gift that I'm assuming is from them.
I'm not gonna lie, Amelia. I think you're great and all. I think that's a terrible idea.
Ah, dang it. Oh, fine. Somebody else take it then. I'll keep looking around for something else. Maybe like a hammer or...
I mean, Eli had it before.
So Eli, would you like your item to be the dimmer, or would you like to find something else?
Eli is messing with a disco ball.
Don't you dare let
could,
that
like-
fall down. I can't
could,
put
like-
it back up.
I could like use this like it's shiny. I might be able to like, and like solar flare, but like, and
I
then maybe I
support
can
this.
keep it after.
Amelia's gonna pull Darla to the side. He's in college, right?
Yeah.
Disco, disco,
Yeah.
disco.
She pats your shoulder.
Woo.
Yeah. He's in college.
I'm just spinning it on my finger like a basketball. Disco.
See? You could be great at frats.
No. Okay. I mean, my dad gave me this. It must be important. I'll keep the light switch on me.
It's like magic. And it's not just a light switch. Think all power. It'll take everything out. Like, let's say a door might be electronically locked. It might work on something like that.
Can I turn down the sun and I start just dimming the switch a bit? Will this like work up there?
Ooh, the lights in the room once again slowly begin to dim, and Artie once again just no.
Okay. Put it back
What
to the
happens
middle.
if we turn it off all the way?
I actually don't know.
That should be a last resort.
Why? Just a dimmer.
I mean, my dad seemed very scared when he handed this to me and told me to be careful. I don't know what this thing does. And it also has an... It looks like it goes up as well, so I don't know what that will do.
Your dad didn't happen to give you an instruction manual, did he?
He gave me a backpack. I'm just kind of... let's see. No, pack of cigarettes. He was supposed to quit those. No, there's not.
No, just please excuse me. And Amelia's gonna go find a wall and bang her head against it.
As you do, and
Disco,
the metal
disco,
just
disco.
reverberates, and you just hear disco, disco behind. And as you bang your head against the wall, Amelia, something dislodges from a nearby shelf.
I thought you were talking about my brain.
Brain matter slips out of your ear.
Just gone.
As something falls off the shelf, what would you like that thing to be?
A gun.
You do not want Amelia with a gun.
No. Give it to me.
Is this the right way round?
I'll hand that gun over.
Wait, is it a gun?
I don't
Yes!
know. Okay, so it looks weapon-like, not knowing it is not for her. Amelia hands it over. Darla, this seems more your thing.
What is it, Ed? What can it be?
It's up to Amelia.
Does Nico
Truly.
have guns in his...
The way he looked at Darla when she talked about her dad's gun.
Actually, if it's a Nico thing, I don't think it's a gun. But I do think it might be something like a cool little metal crossbow-like thing.
Yeah?
With small little metal pins that go through. And so it's got a tiny little quiver next to it. Here, maybe you can use something like this. It'll be quieter than a gun, at least.
Will it?
You know how you just pull it back, and then when you pull that trigger underneath, it'll shoot it forward, very similar to a gun.
Amelia, can you make a tinker check for me, please?
I just
Don't
hand you, like,
don't shoot
let me
me.
show you.
Y'all shot my dad. Oh.
No. I want this to succeed. I want to look cool for once. How many blesses will this take?
You need two to get one.
I will give that to. People are
Amelia-
like, why don't we give her a bless?
Almost with preternatural ability, you just bring it round and aiming it towards what looks to be a small sort of paper target on the wall. You just as this metal arrow just pierces the bullseye
Well
of this
done.
paper.
See, it's just that easy, and that way it'll be silent if you need to do more of like a stealthy takedown versus a gun. And she'll walk over, pull out that metal piece. Okay, so it's just that easy. Just don't lose the ammo pieces.
Okay. She's going to hand you the walkie-talkie that she found, and as like a trade. All right, give me that one.
Oh yeah, that's way better for me. Yes. Oh, we should
Well,
have
if
a
you're gonna
coat.
split.
Yes, I'll keep that. But since I'll be in front of the Logans, if you're in trouble, do the clicky sound. 3 clicks for in trouble.
I hold up the dimmer. 3 of the
No, maybe not.
like.
Actually, you know what? You should do it. Let's test it.
So if I go
Just 3
like 3
clicks.
clicks down, and I just do it.
Okay, so this is a very important question.
Oh,
Are you
God,
going,
No.
are you going all the way to the bottom of the dimmer?
No. I'm just doing 3 little clicks down. So very, very. I imagine it slides, right?
Yeah, so once again, the lights in the room begin to dim, and you can hear the radio and you can see that the battery life goes down.
Wait, I just found that one. Did he have dead batteries in these?
Turn it back up. We need batteries.
Anybody have a flashlight real quick? I could do a disco while it's dark.
Yeah,
Disco.
I do. But I'm not giving it
okay,
to you.
just-
Turn it back on.
Fine. 3 clicks back up. Tick, tick, tick.
As you do so, the static stops, and you watch as the battery life goes back up.
Interesting.
I did good. We learned.
Yeah. All right. Now what's the plan?
We should be really careful about batteries as a small note. Okay.
Darla's
so-
gonna reach into her bag. Actually, she's gonna reach into her bag, make sure everything is still there. The hazmat suit, the walkie-talkie, her flashlight.
Oh my god.
I have the other
Everything.
walkie-talkie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have the one that's Nico's.
Okay, got it.
So everything is present and accounted for. And so, as you make your plans, what is your plan for approaching the Logan estate?
Okay, so I'm
Who
gonna
is
go through the
doing what?
kitchen window.
I vote I go
Okay.
through the front because that makes sense, and I don't want to climb through any more windows of theirs.
Can I fit through the window, Darla?
Yeah, Drake did. Where's Drake? Where's Drake?
He came over to my place, and then he left this morning. I didn't have a way to get a hold of him. I don't even think he went home, so if he's at his cabin... Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Should we? Hang on. And she's gonna pull out her walkie, and just like she did last time, she's gonna start flipping through channels to see if Drake can hear her through any of them. Drake. I'm tired of doing this with people.
There is no response.
We just had a thought. Quick question. We should turn these off for a second. And Amelia's going to quickly turn off hers. Didn't last time we were at the cabin, we got that message originally via the walkie-talkies, right?
Yeah.
So anybody could be tuning in. We need to get a private channel, right?
Where are we gonna get that right now, Amelia?
Well, apparently they know what channel you're typically using. Hold on.
I
Can
don't even know what
investigate to see
actually
if-
channel they were able to contact me on. I was just sliding through them.
Could I check and see if Nico might have perhaps something that looks like a tricked out walkie-talkie?
Yeah, sure. Make an investigate check for me. I'll
Yeah.
say you need two successes.
Okay. That looks like a fancy walkie-talkie. That's what I'm hoping for.
Nice.
You find a cornucopia of wires and large blocky metal bits just across its surface. It is very heavy and not easily concealable.
Great.
But yeah, there is what looks to be, I'm going to term it a universal walkie.
These are
Whoa.
perfect. They're probably a prototype considering the size, but Nico, you genius. She'll try to lug 2 of those suckers out. So we'll probably have to do them in bags, but I carry my book bag around anyway. And finally, Eli, you got a backpack from your dad. Thank God you actually mentioned that. She'll hand you this
Do I
giant.
put this in here?
You know, why did I mention you had a backpack?
Okay.
She's gonna look at Darla. You're going to keep an eye on him, right? The 2 of you together
Nah.
to listen in on the meeting?
Maybe. Depends. We
Okay.
both kind of have a vendetta, so like,
Disco.
I'm gonna let the beast run wild.
Oh my.
As the evening wears on, the sun begins to set. Are you going anywhere before you head to the Logan estate? Or are you headed straight there?
Straight there.
Eli literally has nowhere to go if he wanted to.
Say I'm just nowhere near her homes.
No.
So, it takes some time, around an hour, to walk to the estate. And upon arriving, you see the huge estate once more. Fields of grass, large horse paddocks, stables and barns, and outside of these and running through the estate, a gravel path that leads all the way up to the oldest building in Eden Falls, Logan Hall. And as you approach, you see that there are a few cars parked outside, but next to one of the barns, you see that there are vans. Around 10 dark grey vans. And can I ask all of you to make an investigate check for me, please?
Whoa. Whoa.
I will say with that,
That's our little
Eli?
genius.
Eli, you notice that being peeled off 2 of the vans, there are yellow decals displaying the words Eden Falls Electricals. And you can see that 2 men are just peeling these off the sides of the vans. Amelia, with 3 successes. You see...
You're gonna make that 4. It's only 1 buff. Shoot, I'll give it to you.
No. Don't you keep yours. I got that. 4 then? Yes. I
I
want to see
Okay.
that.
solve the mystery.
I just don't want another
So-
vision. Please don't give me that.
So, I mean, we're halfway to a supernatural if I don't want to do anything about that. But I would say adrenaline pumping through your body. You see 3 things and you hear 1 thing. You see... Okay, so the first thing you hear are voices coming from the barn around which the grey van, or the grey vans are parked. It is a voice that you do not recognize, but there is a lone male voice talking. And from the sound from within this barn, you sense that there are others in here too. As the 2 individuals peeling off the yellow decals from the van, they go inside the barn. You also see in Logan Manor a single window with the lights on. And you would know from the last time that you snuck into Logan Manor, it is the dining room. It is where Delilah and Gina Hirsch had their meeting back in October. You know the easiest way to this is through the kitchen and through the large ballroom. The other thing you notice, and this is odd, is one of the other barns. You remember this barn. It is the barn in which your friend Nico met his future self. From this barn, there is an eerie blue hum emanating from within.
Oh no. Okay. All right. She's gonna quickly kind of pull everyone in for a small gathering. Right. So I'm pretty sure somebody is in the dining room. So if you go in through the kitchen, make sure you go around and not to the dining room. Go to the ballroom instead if you don't want to be caught or seen by anyone. Or at least
Okay.
check under the door to see if the light's out. There's also a blue light over in the barn, the far one. But I would be very careful, and I would say do that as a second thought. Go to your meeting first, but that seems very unusual, and blue lights are pretty rare and probably not a normal thing. It's not used for plants or growing things. That's not typically sun lamps.
Just turn it off with the dimmer.
Oh, that's true.
Don't drop it, Eli.
Yeah, but not yet, not yet.
Oh, okay. I'll put it back in my pocket.
Can you make a tinker check for me?
Quit playing
is
with
why
it.
Role playing is dangerous.
No, I succeeded.
I mean, I was about to say the amount of successes you roll are the amount of notches it goes down.
Oh,
So, you rolled a 1.
Anti-success?
You watch
Success.
as across the estate, almost imperceptibly, the lights begin to dim.
I put it back. I put it back.
Dude, be careful.
Can you make a sneak check for me, please, Eli,
Oh no.
to see how quickly you're able to do this?
I'm
We
gonna
have
have
a bunch of lucks and
I have blessings. I'm gonna use 2 to get a success.
I will say your success cancels out your other anti-success as no one notices this brief flicker.
I guess I'm dropping things.
are you sure I shouldn't be holding that instead?
No, my dad trusts me. I will put it back in my pocket, and I very carefully watch myself put it in the pocket. Okay, it's there. It's safe. I can get to it fast if I need to. I just got the bad luck out of the way now, right?
Yeah, whatever. Okay. So Amelia, you're gonna go knock on the door.
yes.
Should do your
And I'll
whole
smile and I'll introduce myself.
thing.
Yes.
And then we're gonna sneak through the back window, well, the kitchen window specifically.
Yes.
Artie, what do you want to do?
Honestly, I'm happy to do whatever. The barns, you said there was something there, Amelia?
Yeah, like
Yes. A blue light.
Okay, I can check that out if you want.
Sure, yes, but be very careful because in the other barn there are people there, and I would be very cautious.
Here, you take this one, and she's gonna hand Artie her walkie-talkies, because since she's gonna be with Eli, that way there's 3.
Okay. Meet everyone back here.
What's our timeline? What should we be cognizant of? That way nobody's waiting for too long, or too short.
Well, when you're done, do 5 clicks. 3 in trouble, 5 clicks if you're done. That way I have an idea of how long I'm supposed to try to stall. At least till you're in place.
Okay.
Right.
Are they not gonna hear these clicks?
It'll be fine.
I love where this is going.
So,
All right.
as you move off, can all 3 of you, as Artie disappears off towards the barn,
Which I hate, by the way. Ooh, out of character, Sam is like, why you wanna?
can you all make investigate checks for me, please?
Yep.
Jeez, Amelia popping off.
Mm.
I can. Okay, I have a few more blesses. I'm gonna get a 1 success.
Okay. As you strafe around the side of the barns, Darla, you see through the dining room window 2 figures. Illuminated against the orange light within, you see Magnus Logan and you see Delilah. As you pass the barn, Eli, you hear a voice within. The same voice that Amelia heard, but unlike Amelia, you recognize the tone of this voice. It is Stuart Matson. The voice is muffled, however, and you cannot hear what it says. But Amelia, you do.
Oh.
And you hear, "Okay, good to have you all here. Operation's been moved up. Warden Law has given the word. So, presentation time." And you hear him move off.
I knew the transfer was something. Okay.
Sorry, my cat just started knocking things up. Nova, stop.
Okay. No. Just book it for now. We've got more important things. Meeting first, and then we can talk. Yes. Oh, okay.
Darla, I have to go hear what he's saying.
Hear what who's saying?
That
She didn't
voice,
hear it.
that's Madsen. That's Madsen. That is the man that has threatened me, that has threatened my family. I need to know what he's saying.
Oh god. You know what, that's fine. You have a walkie-talkie. Amelia has one and Artie has one.
Yes.
I will be in and out. And she's gonna look back toward the dining room. See 2 people I'm interested in.
Okay. I won't use the light switch unless I feel like I have to. I will try to be level-headed, even though I want to attack this man. I'm going to try my best. Plus, Darla, you don't want me sneaking around in there anyway. Look how big I am. I can't
say
sneak.
just do it. Be a bull in a china shop.
And I'm more like, I'm just trying to also convince Amelia that this is a good idea.
No, because that puts Amelia in danger. You and I could get out of this. Maybe. We will be... Oh, God.
Just be quick about it and maybe a little more quiet so that way I can leave without having them be suspicious about me. Yeah?
You leave as soon as you think you need to.
Right. 5 clicks, then I'll leave.
Yeah, run to the barn to Artie.
Right, to Artie. Okay, yes, that's a good idea. I can do that. So be quick, and then I can go check up on Artie. It'll be great.
Okay. Let's do this. Hands in, everyone. Sorry, Amelia, this is something we used to do.
Did we?
Darla hates it. Hands in. Come on. Come
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
She begrudgingly just like slaps her hand on top.
Okay, disco on 3.
No.
1, 2, 3.
And her hand
disco.
drops.
I'm not saying that.
Fine. Okay.
Sorry, I have the least fun of our friend group, Eli. You know this.
I know. I just thought we could have a little moment.
There was some effort.
I put my hand on top.
Disco.
So, scurrying off in your various directions, I need all of you to make sneak checks for me, please.
I'm just parading up to the
Except for you. You are okay. But if you can if Amelia can make an investigate check for me, or comprehend, whichever you would rather. But 2 successes for a sneak from Eli. Okay.
I'm on a mission. Madsen's name got brought up. It's game time.
Hang on. Let me
Oh,
math.
we're close to soup now, too. Uh-oh.
Are we really that close? Oh.
Come on. I don't know what I'm walking into, please.
Okay, I also can get 2 successes. Thank God for all those blesses. Oh my gosh.
So, 3 comprehend. Okay, so we're going to do this one at a time.
Whoa.
The first, we are going to go with you, Eli. As you sneak round the barn, I'm going to fold in your successes of your sneak to what you see. As you peek round the corner and into the large double doors, you are met with what used to house horses, but has now been stripped back. You see tables. Tables around every side of the building, and on these tables, you see weapons. You see rifles, and you see what look shockingly like grenades. You also see around 20 men, all of whom are wearing heavy flak jackets, and all of whom are sat on hay bales, on impromptu chairs, on stools, and all of them are facing the man who stands at the front of this group, Stuart Madsen, dressed in much the same fashion. And behind him you can see what looks to be a map of the outskirts of Eden Falls, specifically a long stretch of highway. Alright, the target will be moving from the primary location in 3 hours. The plan stays the same. We will be waiting for them an hour along the highway. Enough time that their guard will be down and far enough from Eden Falls that they'll be beyond radio frequency. It's a simple smash and grab. Nothing boys of your caliber can handle, and a small murmur goes up from above them as they laugh. Once the target has been bagged, take him to a secure location. Gentlemen, in 24 hours, Robert Logan will be a free man. Darla, sneaking forward towards... Where are you headed?
The kitchen window. So listen into the dining room, like she did before.
You slide in through the kitchen, and making your way across tiled flooring and onto the wooden floorboards of the corridor beyond, and then into the large, open ballroom, wherein you see, as you did last time, time-displaced items displayed. A tank, carts, strange technology you don't quite understand, all displayed underneath beams of light. And as you walk through these, moving past a stuffed saber-toothed tiger, and off to one side you can see the empty display case that once housed a sword that now Drake keeps displayed in his own cabin. You press yourself up against the door on the other side of the room. And through this, you hear 2 familiar voices talking. You hear Delilah Logan and her father. Daddy, I miss him too. But I don't think... Delilah, Robert is blood. We don't turn our back on blood. But the transfer tonight... He's already being moved. Daddy, he's already going to be far away. He's going to be safe. If he leaves Eden Falls, he will already be safe. We don't need to... Safe in a cell. A prison is still a prison. No. Robert belongs with us. We can keep him safe. When New Year comes, we will be together, Delilah. Yes, Daddy. Amelia, what are you doing? Although, I need to tell you what you comprehended.
Yes.
As you head towards the house. You hear, and turning to one side, you can see from the barn that Artie went to, Artie is leaning out and beckoning you wildly towards it.
And she'll quickly detour, kind of doing a half duck run over to Artie. It's not elegant.
Amelia, get in here now.
What is it? I thought we had a plan. I was gonna come here afterwards.
So did I, but I think this is worse than we thought.
What could possibly be worse? What did they even have?
He opens the barn door, and inside it is much the same as when future Nico was there. There is the same bank of computers and monitors displaying feeds from hidden cameras all around Eden Falls. You can see that the town is still being watched. But in the center of this room, in amidst parted hay, you see freestanding on its own a large metal doorframe. It is empty. There are wires and thick cables stretching across the hay, plugging it into a large generator that sits to one side, and you can see two small wheelchair ramps stand on either side of the door, but inside the frame there is nothing. And off to one side you see, on a large rail, silver hazmat suits, exactly the same as that which Mr. Jenkins showed you, and exactly the same as the one that is inside Darla's bag. But more than this, Amelia, as you stare at this doorframe, there is a singularly familiar sensation to you. You remember when you entered the cave in October? You remember finding a tear in reality, and you remember how, looking straight at it,
it would move.
As you turn your head, you see in the periphery of your eye line, inside this metal door frame, a shimmer.
Oh no. No. They salvaged. They must have saved somehow. They've captured one of the tears in reality. That's the kind of thing that like a dinosaur goes through, or feed anyone through time.
But that is what I'm thinking. I know that future Nico told us that the Logans were going to destroy all of his research. They were going to make sure that it was buried, that no one else could use it. But this, I don't know what this is, but this is different. It's not like any of Nico's research at all. I don't know what this is.
This is very dangerous, and this was all supposed to be gone and not here, but it's here, and they're watching everyone, and they're keeping track of all of this. Oh, okay. Okay. No. That's fine. This is fine. It's not fine. Artie, what do we do?
I don't know. As Eli, you see as Matson just claps his hands. All right, let's move out. And all of the men begin to stand and move towards the tables, and they are slinging rifles over their shoulders. They are putting bandoliers of grenades around themselves, and they are beginning to head out towards the vans. What are you doing, Eli?
Okay, so the setting is it's Matson, a bunch of armed men. Do I know where the blue light's coming from? Is that just something they're using to light up the barn?
So the blue light is coming from another barn, which is where Artie and Amelia are now.
So I'm in the first one, they're in the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
I tail Matson. Matson to see what they're actually doing. Like, I understand they're trying, and picked up what they're trying to do something, but I don't understand the scale of it, so I just need to know.
Okay. So as the men move out and begin to get into the grey vans, and you're able to keep out of sight with your earlier sneak, you hear the cars starting up as they begin to just pull back, and they are headed out of the driveway. Matson, despite being dressed the same as the rest of them, you watch him walk over towards his presentation and begin to take it down, and you notice his limp still pronounced. He is not going with his men. But whatever their plan is, it is in motion. His back is to you as he just begins to fold up his map.
Are these cars, are they like gone, or are they still like shuffling out?
They are shuffling out. They are on their way.
Eli's gonna do a little something cheeky. I want to run into close to the vicinity using, it's a little dark, using the vicinity, or close to the vicinity of the vans. And I want to throw the switch to see if I stop them from moving.
How far are you throwing this switch?
Not all the way, because I saw that inside the tower, it was like 6 clicks and it turned off everything around us. So I will throw it down. It sits at half naturally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go 1/4 down.
You do, and you just hear as the vans begin to slow, and you can just hear a couple of voices going, "What the hell? Hey! Hey, our vans are stalling!" And you can just hear just a bunch of discomfort amidst the men in the vans, and you see Matson just jerk his head up and begin to turn around. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm confronting him. Screw it. I can't not confront him. This is it. I need him to know that, like, I'm a step ahead of him.
Okay. He turns around towards you. And as he does so, what are you doing before he lays eyes on you?
Okay, so he is taking down his presentation. Are there... I imagine the weapons are all gone because they took them.
There are still a few on the table. They had spares. They had ammo, and there are weapons around.
I'm going to make a bolt for the table and flip it before he can reach for a weapon, knowing that he has a limp and I'm faster.
Okay, make a move check for me.
3 successes.
You also trip him along the way.
Yeah.
And then point and laugh.
As he looks at you, his eyes... There are a whole whirlwind of emotions. First, there is surprise, then there is shock, then there is realization as his eyes just flick towards the table. And as he lunges towards it, almost not moving, you just flip it on itself, and you see it collide with his leg, and he just and falls down onto the hay, and just son of a bitch.
I'm just going to stand over him to say, hey there, big guy.
What the hell are you doing here?
I told you you cannot mess with me or my friends or my family, and I don't care what you're doing here. I see your little army that you're trying to whip up together to what? Break that pathetic loser out of jail? He can rot in there for all I care.
This is Matson. This is... God damn it. What did you do?
Go ahead and try. Try to use your little walkie-talkies. Try to call for help. What are you going to do?
We've just hit another supernatural event.
No, that's not what he's going to do.
Eli.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
As you bend down towards him and intimidate him, You feel your grip tightening. In excitement, in fear, it is hard to tell. But suddenly you realize that your finger is slipping. And you watch as your thumb pushes the dial down all the way. And across the Logan estate, everything electrical goes black. The lights out. The monitors out. The cars die. And behind the door, where you are, Darla, you just hear... The door. Oh god, the door! And you just hear the two people inside just stand and begin to rush. As Amelia, inside the barn, you just hear... The monitors go out, and whatever is powering the door dies. And I need you to make a comprehend check for me, Amelia.
Come on, big brain Amelia.
This is my jam. Come on, don't fail me now. No. I wanna up that.
Oh, you
How
can.
many blesses up that?
Well, if you get 2 blesses, you get 3 success.
All right, 2 blesses it is. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question now, Amelia.
Yep. Yep.
Depending on what you answer,
Okay.
will depend on what you see.
Okay.
Oof.
Are you facing this door from the south, or are you facing it from the north?
We're facing it from the south.
As you stare into this tear in the middle of the door, you feel a familiar wave of energy pass over you. Like that before you had your vision the day before. And like that the day you sent the time machine back to its present. And as you stare through this door, you see a barren wasteland. You see the ruins of Logan Manor. You see twisted metal and pillars of smoke. Whatever existed of the fields around have been burned away completely, and all is blackened and dry. And in the distance, you see something massive. Through this door frame, while all around it everything remains the same, through this doorframe you see this barren wasteland, and lumbering above it on 3 giant legs, looking like some great perversion of beetle, you see a gargantuan mechanical vehicle stalking the horizon. Its metal surface is dull and stained with oil, and even from this distance you can hear the screaming turning of its gears and joints, and as you stare at it, you slowly begin to understand its scale, for underneath its 3 legs, you see the burned-out ruins of Eden Falls. And this machine, it towers stories above even the tallest building. As you face through, looking at this door from the south, you see the future. Artie grabs you and, come on, Amelia, we need to go. We need to leave.
Do you see this? Archie, do you see this?
I don't see anything. Come on, we gotta go. I think this is a symbol. We gotta go. Stuff has gone down.
And she'll run frustrated, terrified. Immediately that rush of emotions and tears will stream down her face as she just follows Artie wherever we're running off to.
You run. And Darla, where are you running to?
I'm still in the house.
What are you doing?
Where did Delilah and Magnus go? Because they were
They
going to
ran,
exit, right?
Yes, so they ran out of the other side of the dining room. They are running presumably towards the front door of the house.
Cool. I would like to exit the way that I came. Actually, do I hear other people, or is it just them two?
Just those two.
Oh.
I will say, if you are going out the kitchen window, you would see Artie and Amelia running.
Well, you
out
gave
of
me a
the
different
barn.
answer than I expected, so I'm not.
Okay.
I Megan, she would immediately begin to follow the two of them. You said the items that we have automatically succeed, right?
They do.
I want to shoot Magnus in the leg with this crossbow.
As you push your way through the door, there is a... And you just hear Magnus fall down to the ground, and he just collapses. This still very old man on the ground, and you swear you hear a crack as he hits the ground on his knee and just... And Delilah looks down and looks up at you, shocked. Just, oh my god, and just immediately puts her hands up.
Don't worry, I only had one. And you're not the problem. It's the one that threatened me.
Oh.
If you forget who I am.
You're a very tenacious young lady.
Yeah, I don't know what that word means. Thanks. So... This is really interesting. I've got you right here. There's no cameras. There's no lights. There's no guards. There's a lot of things that can happen to people when nobody's around, right?
Magnus gives away nothing until his expression is blocked as Delilah stands between the two of you, her hands up. I think you should leave, Miss Oakes.
Yeah, I should have left a while ago. But where am I supposed to go? Your dad destroyed my house. I almost killed my dad.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the news. Right? Sparrows and the Oaks. Homes are gone up in flames. Really odd coincidence, huh? Especially in regards to two of us that were involved at the beginning of this year. And she looks down at Magnus.
Make a charm check. As Eli, in the barn, Matson looks up at you and... You think this ends things? We're just gonna come after you even stronger than before. You think your family is safe? You think your dad is safe in the hospital? We're gonna come for him. We're gonna come for your mother, and I swear at the end, I am gonna see the light in your sister's eye go out myself.
Oh, Eli punches him straight in the mouth as hard as he can. Without thinking.
He goes cold as his head just hits the ground and he goes unconscious. You can hear outside the men in the vans beginning to get out and starting to move back towards the barn.
I am... Oh, God. I'm taking Matson with me. You know what? I'm taking him with me. I'm picking up this man.
Okay.
Yep, he's going on a field trip. He threatened way too hard. Eli is not thinking straight. I'm picking this man up.
Knock him out.
Oh, he's already out cold.
Oof.
He's cold. Yeah, I'll just allow you to do that. As adrenaline takes you, you just pick him up and you run with him. As Darla, what did you roll?
I was able to get 2 successes.
Wordlessly, you see a flicker of doubt across Delilah's face, not towards you, but for the first time in, you imagine, maybe ever, her father. Despite this, she pulls herself up. Please leave, Miss Oakes.
You're so much nicer than him.
Over the walkie-talkie, you just hear...
I don't
As
have
beside
a
you,
walkie-talkie.
Amelia, Artie... Do you not? Oh, okay.
No,
You
Artie
don't hear
has
that.
it.
Then. Artie is frantically.
Oh no, they have two of them.
I guess I have the other one in the backpack I'm carrying, right?
Yeah. So you know that whatever's happening, Artie and you assume Amelia with are just legging it. Darla, what are you doing?
Give me a gun. And I'll leave.
I don't. And Magnus just points towards a nearby cabinet.
Oh, interesting. You're kind of weak. And she says, turning to open this cabinet.
I just wanted to give you something. To give you the option of ending it yourself when the time comes.
You're so thoughtful. What are her options?
You just see an antique revolver.
Whoa! Yeah, she grabs it. Okay. I'm sure I'll see you again soon. Hope you're able to walk again. Or you'll have a limp like Matson too. That would suck. She says, turning and running back to the kitchen window.
For expediency's sake, you leap out into the night, and running back towards your friends, you steal off back towards Eden Falls. For expediency's sake, what do you each do before the night is over?
Well, I have a captive now. So I don't know if Eli would go back with his friends. I feel like I would take Madsen and kind of take him somewhere to hold him while I figure this situation out. Like, I don't see a world where Eli would willfully take Madsen to any of these hideouts that he just learned about. I don't know.
Important question. Before the night is over, are you checking in on your family?
I think Eli would... Honestly, I think he would tie Madsen up, maybe to a tree in the forest, and then go check on my family, and then go back to Madsen because he threatened my family. So I got to make sure whatever his threat was didn't actually happen.
Okay. We'll get back to that.
Oh, God.
Amelia,
Great.
Amelia and Darla, are there any quick things that you want to do before we return to that?
Amelia will have a short conversation with Artie, just saying, please go check on Darla. I don't know what any of this happened. Take care of her, but I have to go home tonight because if I miss another late night with my family, they're going to definitely assume something's up, and I can't have them be involved. I can't put my family at risk.
Okay. And you watch as Eli, finishing tying up Matson to a tree, just disappears, and he just, I'll keep an eye. Are you okay?
2 out of 10. But at least there's still 2. It's not 0.
Well, there's 4 of us, not 2.
Right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Until it's not. Tomorrow, I'll see you. Maybe school. And she'll wander off, just trying to piece all of that together, saying it over and over in her head, wishing she had Drake's notebook now.
Darla.
Yeah, would I see them at all? I know she
Yeah,
was
no,
put
this.
after, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd say you probably all caught up with one another and ran towards roughly the same place where Matson is currently being hogtied to a tree.
Yeah, that's exactly what she does. She just laughs at him. But she wouldn't leave him. She would just kind of sit there on a stump and watch him while he's asleep and while Eli is checking on family. Mainly because she's not comfortable going back to the hospital right now.
Eli, as you walk up to the large open car park outside the hospital, you see a familiar sight, your family car. And you see inside the passenger seat, asleep given the time of night, your sister Quinn, just tucked up with a blanket over her. And you see that in the back of the car, you can hardly see the interior for the luggage that is in there. And you also see by the entrance your father in a wheelchair, and you see your mother thanking a doctor, and she just waves goodbye as the doctor goes back inside the sliding doors that come to a close, as your mother just takes your father and wheels him over to the car.
Eli's just gonna go straight up to them, primarily straight up to his dad, and hey, Pops, I see you're rolling around now. You
Yeah, did you manage to get that thing?
I did some. I did something. I think you'd be proud of me, but I'm nervous. I don't. And I just kind of like, hey, Mom, can I talk to Dad for a second alone? We just haven't had a chance to like catch up since all of this.
Although the hotel, the reception desk will be closing soon, so...
Yeah, we'll make it quick, and I'll get him, I'll help him in the car and everything.
Okay, because you're coming too, Eli. I'm not, after the last day, I can't. I can't.
We're staying in a hotel tonight, and then that's until we have a place to, like a new house, or
Just until we have somewhere else, but I've talked with your dad, and we think it would be for the best.
okay, okay, no, that's fine, I understand. Yeah, I'll chat with Dad for a second, and then we'll get going.
Okay. And she just heads inside to, you see, approach the reception desk and just do a final few bits of paperwork, as your dad just looks up at you and... How are you doing?
Dad, I don't even know where to begin. Well, I think I stopped something bad from happening with the thing you gave me, so that's good, but now I'm Dad, I'm scared. I really don't know how to explain it, and like I'm nervous to even talk about this out loud, but I don't know if they're gonna stop, and I don't know what to do to keep us safe. I tried.
You know, you saved my life last night. Not a lot of sons can claim that.
I mean, you would have done the same thing if it was me, so I was just trying to be like you. Sorry, old man.
You still got those cigarettes in that bag, by the way?
Yes, Mom told you to stop. Don't let her know I'm giving you these.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, here.
He takes it and quickly lighting up, making sure that Quinn is asleep inside and just leaning. Well, I think your mom's right. But... And he looks out towards the town. Ready to say goodbye to home?
Wait, but we're gonna come back, right?
I don't know.
But my friends might need me, and will it be okay. Dad, do you think it would be safer if we moved, if we left? Is that what you're...
Honestly, I don't know, but if I were a younger man, if I were you, I'd probably stay, but... And he looks through the window, and you just see Quinn just shift and pull the blanket over herself, and... I'm not a younger man anymore. You do what you feel is right, but I think it's time. Time for me, at least. Try the quiet life.
I can't not go with you all. What if something happens and you need me out there? What if there's another fire? What if Quinn loses her stuffed animal? Like, I need to be... Can I at least say bye to my friends?
Tell you what, I'll let her catch me this time. And he just rolls in front of the door and just... And you just hear, a Marty Sparrow, just from inside. And he just looks towards you and just gives a little... And, oh god, oh no, and just starts, like, throwing it on the ground and wheeling his chair over it.
I take that as my chance to bolt back to the woods to I just threw my friends in a wild mess that they're gonna have to figure out, so I'm gonna go talk to them for a minute.
I'll say, considering she's already started moving away, the first person that you bump into is someone you have only known for a day. As you almost, as is tradition for you and smaller folk, almost collide right into Amelia.
Oh god! When'd you... Did I almost run you over? Oh my god, I
No.
keep doing that.
I'm fine. I know I'm not exactly in your line of sight. Sorry.
Oh, it's a me thing. I used to have this friend all the time. I would run her over quite a bit. Anyway, are you okay? Is everything fine?
It's... How do you define fine?
Out of 10?
Then 2. 2.
Better than 0.
That's what I said. It is. It is better than 0. Listen. Eden Falls isn't a safe place.
I'm slowly realizing.
No, not even right now. I'm meaning it isn't going to be a safe place.
Dinosaurs?
Metal bugs?
Metal dinosaurs, yes. Oh, Bug! I had a friend named Bug.
I don't... Okay. I'm not gonna ask about that. She just ignores your detour. Listen, your family's been through a lot, so And I don't know how to help mine. And I know we can do something, but our families aren't going to be safe here.
Yeah.
Not just the Logans. And she's gonna reach out and kind of grab surprisingly strongly, like it's a very firm and slightly terrified grip on your wrist. It's going to be destroyed, flattened. All of Eden Falls.
Wait, what? How do you?
Guard.
What do you mean? Like how do you know this? What?
It's a lot to explain, but I saw things. And this time it wasn't even just in my mind. I saw it through a door, and you have to trust me that this door is telling the truth. It is something of the future, and I don't know what you want to do, but I know you care about your family, and I'm going to tell you this right now. Your family cannot be in Eden Falls. We should not be in Eden Falls.
I mean, I think this makes the conversation a little easier. My family's leaving, and I think I have to go with them, because what if I know giant dinosaurs and giant robots and in the future and doorways and
Yeah.
I still don't know who shot my dad, but all of this is like I need to be there for my family no matter where we go, in case the Logans don't stop, in case Madsen doesn't stop. I can help however I can, but I need to make sure they're okay first.
Right. No, this is perfect. It's good. It's good. You should get out of here. You and your entire family should definitely get out of here. Actually, say goodbye to them. We'll deal with it.
Sorry I tied a man to a tree and then I have to leave, but Darla can figure. No, well, maybe you should figure that out, because I'm scared of Darla right now. She seemed very intense, more than normal.
Oh. Okay. And Amelia will kind of lean against you for a second before kind of slumping down at your ankles. Just a small little collapse, a bundle of mess at your feet. Listen, I know I told you should go, and you need to look after your family, but wish us luck at least, right?
Of course. I mean, listen, we just toppled an army with just a light switch.
It was kind of you that did that, and you're leaving.
But
I've never fought an army before. I mean, I've read about it. I understand the tactic.
Hey, wait, what does Darla do to get your attention? Hey, did that work? How about I give you the light switch? You seem to know how to use it, and I'm sure my dad will be fine. We don't need it where we're going, but at least if you got to topple an army again,
Right.
or like dinosaurs, I don't know if it works. Are dinosaurs electric?
You know, Eli, I think I'm going to miss you a little bit.
I'm gonna miss you a lot of it.
What? You barely know me.
But you
Would
made
you
all
say
these
such a
funny
kind
jokes about my house, because one day it was there and then one day it wasn't.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And then
about that.
instead of having a second house, I only can have a first house.
Okay, now you make me feel absolutely terrible about all of that. You
Eli's
can
just
leave
not
now.
understanding that you are actually feeling bad. And I think it's a joke as well. Like, see, that's funny.
Uh-huh.
But take care of the light switch for me.
Yeah.
I trust it. I trust it in your hands. And you know, you and Artie know what it is and what it's about. So that's good.
Yep. It hurt. It'll be good.
I'll try to keep in touch. Oh, also, and I just hand you the the walkie-talkie that's in the backpack. I don't need this anymore. Is this?
No. Yep. I'll take it. It's fine.
All right, here you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's heavy. It's been a long day.
Okay. In Darla is still in the woods.
Yes, I think she will stay there for the night. I should bring her a blanket.
Bring her a blanket.
Actually, can you get her a blanket?
Yeah, from my house.
Oh, damn. And she just kind of...
See, you got jokes and they're funny.
Oh.
Vile.
As Amelia storms off screaming, Eli, continuing on into the woods, you see Matson still unconscious against the tree, and you see Artie, and you see one of the people who was there with you at the beginning. You see Darla.
She's sitting and just kind of flipping this revolver around in her hand, checking it out.
Don't shoot.
Are you a threat?
Should I shield my legs? You have a good aim for legs.
I didn't tell you that I shot a leg yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, by the way,
Well,
I
I'm pointing at Madsen. Matt, you shot him in the leg. I knew that one.
Yeah, it's just slow him down. But got this cool thing, so that's nice.
You have another gun.
Technically, I have a gun. Other one,
Oh, true. That's good. You only have one gun.
When they're against an army, I guess one is.
That's what I said. We
none.
fought an army and we won.
To who?
Oh, Amelia. It was a whole thing.
Oh.
We had fun. She's really funny. The jokes about my house, they landed so well.
I'm glad. That makes Darla so uncomfortable.
You should have her tell jokes too. It is funny.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? It was there and then it's not.
Well, speaking of, what are you gonna do with him? She says, kind of pointing at him with the revolver.
Okay, well, I might have got ahead of myself when I stole an entire man. But
I like the way you put it. Stole an entire man.
I did. And I tied him to a tree. Look, he's still sleeping.
I see.
Oh, I punched him really hard. I kind of learned that from you. But he deserved it.
Always.
Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm defending myself to you.
You're all good. I shot Magnus in the leg with that crossbow.
You do like shooting legs.
It's to slow them down.
Okay, well, keep that
Because
in
then
mind.
I can be faster.
I'll keep that in mind. Oh, well, about the entire man that I stole. So I don't know how to say this. My family wants to leave, and they want to get away from here, and I feel like I have to go with them because
False?
I
mean, you have to go back to school, but
no, like I might transfer and we will be away from this place, and I don't know if I'll be back. My dad is afraid. I've never seen him this shooken up, and I think me going with them after what Madsen told me that they're not going to leave us alone is something I can't leave them. I can't leave them alone. If I wasn't there, my dad would have not made it out of the fire. He threatened my sister. I don't know if it's just him or if there's more. And I just go over and he's unconscious and I flick him in the forehead. This guy...
You notice that his nose is very broken. He's also missing one of his front teeth.
I mean, he might need
you're
some...
a little worse than I am. You're putting salt in the wound now.
Well, listen. Yeah, that was
You're
pretty
doing
bad. Okay, maybe I have a little temper, but like he said some things and then I reacted. But the problem, the situation is I have to leave, and I left you with a stolen human. I could return him, or
his owner.
I don't
He's
know.
not
I
dog.
stole a man.
Well, I guess actually, kind of.
I mean,
We could just leave him here. I
to
don't care.
die?
I mean, if he can get out, that's cool.
Uh-oh.
By not killing him, he has a chance of survival.
I did not think this through. Okay, so I'm gonna also tell Amelia that we have to figure out the stolen man situation. But are you gonna be upset with me if I have to go?
I mean, you have to do what you have to do, right?
I just don't feel like I have a choice in all of this. I mean, I left and my dad almost died twice. My sister, since I've been back, has been threatened twice. Like, my dad can't go back to the loop after this. Like, we have to change anyway.
No, you don't have to explain anything to me. I get it.
I know, but we've been through so much, and I feel like I'm letting you down, and I'm letting the group down, and the new group down, and
the old group's been gone for a while, Eli.
I know.
It was nice to see you again, but take care of your family.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to roll for this, but I want to go in for a hug. Do I have to roll?
Yeah, I want you to roll.
All right. What would that be? Contact?
Sure. Do it. Oh,
Success.
yeah.
Let's go.
She just feels a little defeated, so she's kind of just sitting there, still rotating this revolver around her hand.
God.
She's not pointing it at anybody, and it's not loaded. I would say she's not even paying attention to be able to resist.
I'm gonna miss you, Darla. I hope I get to see you again someday, and we could break rules again, and I'll end up in the hospital and you have to take the IV out again. Like, that was fun.
Honestly, probably should have stayed in a little bit longer. Sorry about that.
I mean, if we didn't though, we wouldn't beat that army, and that's cool.
To be fair, you did that yourself.
True.
Very impressive.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I'm older. I'm a little more
All
mature
right.
and strong and fast.
Sorry, I can't tell how mature you are. You don't have glasses on.
My glasses. Yeah, I guess this is goodbye.
Yeah. She stands up and she hugs you.
I hugged back and said, "Oh, I knew it was in there the whole time.
Careful
You
before I
do like
pinch
me."
you.
And just let go.
And she lets go as well.
I'm sorry I left you with the man.
Like I said,
But
I'm just gonna leave him here.
Okay. I there's nothing I can do now.
Who knows? Maybe there's another dinosaur about looking for food.
I didn't get to see a dinosaur. Damn it.
Just means you'll have to come back. Don't come back. Honestly, take care of your family.
Okay. Wait, where's Artie? I can't leave without saying goodbye to Artie.
Artie just leans round the side of the tree and I thought I'd give you two a moment alone, but
Artie, you saw she hugged me back, right?
she's been doing that a lot more recently.
All right.
Oh. Oh my God.
No, you get out of here
Oh
before
my
this starts.
I'm really gonna miss you, Eli.
Artie,
I'm really gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too. I don't know. You've all become like family to me, and I want you to be safe, okay?
We will be.
I was going for a hug to Artie. That's my boy! Artie, that's my boy!
Just wraps his gangly little arms around you and just like holds you close and just look after yourself, okay?
I will. Keep in touch. We can keep in touch.
Can't we?
It's not goodbye forever.
Yeah, let me send you my address.
Jokes! You should give Amelia that one. All right.
Well, see you around, I guess.
I'll see you all later. Do you think?
Not often.
Do you think I can take that disco ball? Do you think you'll actually miss it?
Absolutely, but I think you should anyway.
Well, I'm gonna make a little
If
pit
Eden
stop on
Falls
the way
is gonna
out.
disappear, you might as well grab a disco ball. Preserve it. It'll be a relic.
I'll get that on my way out. And also, talk to Amelia. She talked about a door and like a door frame and like a big metal thing. I don't know. I don't know what's real and what's not. Visions, dreams. Y'all gotta catch up because I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. You gotta catch up with your family.
Yes. Oh, my dad's in trouble. Okay, I'm gonna get the disco ball and I'll
What's
see
wrong
you
with
later.
your dad?
The wrath of mom is out in full. He got caught smoking again. So I gotta go save him again.
Wait, you know your mom smokes, right? On the roof of the school.
She what?
Yeah. Go save your dad.
Oh, this is gonna be good. And I just like walk away talking to myself. She smokes this whole time and he's hiding it. And
Darla, as you watch Eli just unfazed, implacable, moving off into the darkness of the night. And Eli, you sneak by the Hawk Cave and making your way inside, just unscrewing the disco ball. You manage to make your way as the streetlights glint off it, as you walk through, taking in the suburban streets, coated in moonlight. You walk past Jenkins High, closed, quiet, but full of memories. You walk through town, past the town square. You take a little detour and you pass the amusement pier. You see off in the distance the two remains of the still standing oil rigs. You see the collapsed one in its center. You remember your old friends. And eventually, making your way along the coastline and then back into town, you hear, before you see, your parents, as it was just one, I swear to God, Amadi. And as they turn around, your dad just, oh, phew, okay, shall we head off? And your mum just, don't think this is over, Amadi. Hi.
Hey, Mom. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I could drive if you want.
Make one final charm check for me, Eli.
Let me behind the wheel. A success.
She just looks at you, looks at your dad, rolls her eyes, and then looking at him just, this means we have to sit together. And this means I am going to bug you the entire way to the hotel. Do you understand? Yes, darling, I understand. And he just gives you a nod as your mum opens the car door, and together you help your father into the back seat. She gets in the opposite side. And as you sit in the driver's seat, your family all around you, you just hear Quinn rustle and sleepy eyes looking up at you. Where are we going?
We're going on a new adventure somewhere away from here for a bit.
The car starts. And you drive off on a new adventure. The night sky passing by. As several hours away, on the highway, averted by just a boy and a slip of a dial, thwarted, a prison van flanked by 2 cop cars drives and drives. And inside the prison van, Robert Logan, orange jumpsuit, handcuffs around not only his wrists, but the chains going down to the floor and his ankles, looking bedraggled, stubble over his features, waits expectantly. He looks smug. He looks ready. And he waits. And he waits. And his face slowly begins to fall as he looks out of the window behind. And it might be his imagination, but a car overtakes this convoy on the road as the sparrows drive on by, off into the distance as the sun begins to rise. That is where we're going to end this week's episode.
Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh.
You know what? I was fully expecting Robert Logan to escape this episode.
Yes.
You all, and with the help of a little supernatural, you all prevented that from happening.
Oh, that's good.
This
Does that mean you have to
episode.
rewrite?
How else can I get
Always,
them out?
baby. Always. No. Any decision you make, I'm always going to honor. So I'm constantly rewriting between sessions. Thank you so much.